I'm April.
And I'm Justin, and this is Liam.
He's our 4-month-old baby boy, and we're from AprilJustinTV, and today we're excited to be reading Pinocchio for Story Circle here at Cool School. Okay, you guys, here we go. Once upon a time, there was an old man named Geppetto. Geppetto had a great job. He made puppets, all kinds of beautiful puppets. Boys, girls, clowns, birds, you name it, and he could make it into a puppet. But Geppetto had a problem. He was lonely, very lonely. Geppetto was only happy when he put on shows for the people in his town, but still Geppetto was lonely for a family of his own. One night, Geppetto made a puppet that looked very, very real. He gave him a hat and rosy cheeks, and he named him Pinocchio. As he was playing with his new puppet, he looked up at the stars and said,
"Oh, I wish Pinocchio were really and truly my son."
Pinocchio? Well, that's a silly name.
Hey, you're real, you talked.
Of course I'm real. What do you think, Dad, that I was a puppet?
You called me Dad.
What else am I going to call you? You're my dad. And by the way, where's dinner?
Geppetto was so very happy that he had a real son, even if he was a little sassy. Pinocchio turned out to be a pretty good little boy, except for one big problem. Pinocchio didn't like to tell the truth. And Geppetto always knew when he was telling a fib because his nose would grow a little bit bigger every time he lied. Yep, just grow and grow. He told Geppetto he finished all his veggies when really he fed them to the dog. And he told him he'd done all his homework when really he just played video games all afternoon. And one time he said he cleaned his room when really all he'd done is push all his toys under his bed and threw his dirty clothes out the window. Naughty Pinocchio. One day Geppetto gave Pinocchio his lunch money and sent him off to school. But Pinocchio skipped all the way past the schoolhouse and straight to the movies. There was a new 3D movie about astronauts from the future playing, and he wasn't going to miss the first show. When he got to the theater, the lady in the ticket booth asked him if he was supposed to be in school.
No, said Pinocchio, I have off.
His nose just kept growing longer and longer. Pinocchio spent his lunch money on the ticket and a super jumbo-sized candy combo. He even hid in the theater so he could watch the movie a second time for free. When he finally left, he was feeling dizzy from all that 3D in one day. Pinocchio had had just about enough of feeling like he was flying around space. He just wanted to go home, eat dinner, and go to bed. He walked home slowly, holding his tummy.
Ow!
His nose had gotten so long from all the bits that it kept bumping into stuff along the way.
Owie!
Pinocchio, how was school?
Oh, it was good. I sure do love school.
Well, that's nice. Did you learn anything?
Yes, I learned so much. I got an A+ on my math test. I got a gold star on my book report. And I even won the spelling bee.
Pinocchio still hadn't learned his lesson about fibbing. His nose kept growing and growing with every lie. And he hid it under a book so Geppetto wouldn't see.
Such a good boy I have. A good boy like Pinocchio deserves to go see the new 3D movie tonight.
Oh no! Pinocchio did not want to go back to the movies.
But it's a school night, Dad. I should stay home and study.
Oh, only a very good boy would say that. You deserve a special treat. To the movies we go!
At the movie theater, Geppetto bought Pinocchio popcorn, candy, and soda.
Do you want to make that a super jumbo deal?
Let's do it. My boy deserves a treat.
Usually, Pinocchio would love to eat a super jumbo bucket of popcorn and candy and drink a giant soda, but not while he had a tummy ache. Right now, he just wanted something simple like dry toast or maybe ginger ale. Pinocchio couldn't even look at the movie screen without feeling queasy. He was tired of the rocket ships and the astronauts and the Martians in the movie. He closed his eyes and wished he could go home, and now his nose was so long that it kept poking the guy in front of him.
Hey!
Sorry.
Halfway through the movie, Pinocchio felt so bad that he confessed and told Geppetto he had been fibbing and misbehaving all day. He told him how he had gone to the movies instead of school, eaten only candy, and worst of all, he didn't tell Geppetto the truth about any of it when he had the chance.
No math test?
No.
Book report?
N-O.
Spelling bee?
Nope, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Dad. I promise I won't lie to you anymore. Just please, let's go home. Shh. Sorry.
Geppetto took Pinocchio home and gave him some soup, toast, and ginger ale. He read him a story, no astronauts from the future, just nice bedtime story stuff. He told Pinocchio that he was so proud of him for finally telling the truth and that he loved him very much.
Even when I fib and do things you tell me not to?
I love you all the time because you're my boy.
I love you too, Dad, and I promise to try very hard to be a good boy.
Pinocchio's nose didn't grow at all because he was telling the truth. And from that day on, he really did try to behave. Sometimes he messed up, like the time he cut the dog's hair without permission, but at least he didn't lie about it. And that made Geppetto very happy, and he loved his son Pinocchio, and Pinocchio loved his dad. The end. You can check out more from the Story Circle at Cool School by clicking right over here.
Yeah, check out the Levine Life reading The Jungle Book.
I love the Jungle Book. Click right here for that.
Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Say bye,
Bye
Liam.
bye.
Do you know how to say bye? Do like this.
Bye.
Wee, bye.
Today, we will be reading The Jungle Book. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Mowgli. He was a boy like any other boy, except he had the most unusual family. Mowgli was raised by wolves, a bear, and a panther. Yikes.